All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back to the channel. So we are now going to talk about my prediction for the Justin Gaethje and Charles Oliveira fight. And I'll tell you exactly why we're going to talk about that. Because the fight's on Saturday, and I'm going, son. I'm going to the fight. I'm going to the fight. And I'm going with a big-ass crew. We're going to have a blast, dude. We're hanging out on Friday. We're going out to dinner. We got like 25 people coming. Anthony Smith is coming. A bunch of my buddies from home are coming. It's going to be a blast. We're sitting in the front row of one of the upper sections, so we're going to be looking straight down into the octagon. So the experiment continues. You know, we go to each show, sit in a different area. You know, on paper, our seats at the last one, like, obviously will appear like, oh, wow, much better seats. I am not convinced that that's going to be the case when we actually get there. I think where we're sitting now is going to look directly down into the octagon from the front row, no one in front of us. I think we're going to have an incredible view, and I'm very excited to watch because I think Justin Gaethje is going to get it done, and I'll tell you exactly why, son. I will tell you exactly why, okay? I think it's his destiny, okay? I really do. Like, this is honestly what I think, okay? We'll talk about the matchup too. But before I do, if you like the content, subscribe and ring the bell. I talk about things here, and I like talking about them, and I would appreciate it if you guys would subscribe so you can know when I do. And when you ring the bell, you'll know every time I post, because I post as many times as I can now, 3 times a day if I can. Anyway, but so here's the deal. Does anyone think that Justin Gaethje is going to retire from UFC having never been the undisputed champion? Because I don't. I really don't, dude. I think that the likelihood that Justin Gaethje ends up the champion is incredibly high, okay? And I also will point out that the first time he fought for the title, it was against Khabib. It was in Abu Dhabi, and it was the first fight after Khabib's father died, okay? Now, you want to talk about a setup for Justin Gaethje to not win? That's it, okay? And I will tell you another thing about that. Before I even get into the Charles Oliveira fight, I want to tell you something that I was thinking about the other day. What if you're really like a student of Justin Gaethje and you pay attention to his stuff and you watch, what's really important to him? Like, what's one of the most important things in the center of his life? Okay? Family, his parents, respect for his family, respect for the work ethic that his family had, right? And so if you put yourself in his position, right? Now, he's a killer, obviously. He's a ruthless competitor. But if you put yourself in his position, okay, and you know what's important to him, and you know that he has a relationship with Khabib. Like, they're buddies, dude. They're both with Ali Abdelaziz. Those guys, that's a tight-knit group over there. So you know that in advance, right? And you know that he is going into that fight knowing what Khabib has gone through and what he lost. And the fact that they're in Abu Dhabi. Here's all I'm saying. How can you have your heart in that fight the way that you could in this one, you know? How could you have your heart really in that fight if you're Justin Gaethje when you know what Khabib's fighting for? Like, you know what it would mean if he beat him, dude. Like, if he beat Khabib that day, he knows what that would mean. He can try to block it out of his mind, but he's a family guy, dude. He knows. He knows what that would have meant. Now, compare that to this, right? Now, he's in fucking Arizona, where he's from, his hometown. His entire family's going to be there. Every person that he's ever been friends with growing up is going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. Okay? This is destiny. Okay? It's his destiny. That's why I think he's going to win. Because if you actually look at the matchup, everyone's picking Oliveira because they're like, oh man, if they start grappling, oh boy, if they start grappling, Oliveira's going to strangle him in a heartbeat. He's just going to get him. That's true. And it's easy to say that when the last time you saw Oliveira fight, he strangled Dustin Poirier. I get it, dude. I understand how the MMA brain works. Here's the thing I think you guys aren't thinking about. Think about the first round of both the last 2 of Oliveira's fights, okay? Dustin, he got touched, son. He got hurt in that fight. Michael Chandler, he got touched. He got hurt in that fight, okay? Justin Gaethje is a fucking violent sledgehammer killing machine. If Oliveira can get hurt, he can get finished, okay? Now, he's a very, very tough guy, and he's obviously a very mentally tough guy now, where he's just like, he's changed the way if he gets hurt, he's just like, survive, and I'll come back, okay? Cool. Well, Justin Gaethje is a tornado of violence. If he gets him hurt, he's coming for him, dude. And so if you really, like, if anybody thinks that this is just like a dial-in, boom, boom, Oliveira is going to work him over matchup, because it's like people's brains in MMA is so funny, man. Well, he strangled Dustin Poirier, and then Justin Gaethje got submitted by Khabib. So if you think about that, right? Oliveira, he strangled Dustin Poirier. Okay? You with me so far? Justin Gaethje, he got strangled by Khabib with an inverted triangle. So all I'm saying, 1 + 1 = 2, man. Oliveira's going to get him. Again, if I need you to walk through this, it's like, I mean, there's a little more to it than that, right? Just a little bit. Because I think the thing that you're not keeping in mind is, how did that fight get to the ground again? Oh, that's right. Khabib took him down. And then before that fight, what was Justin Gaethje known for again? Something about takedown. Oh, right. Best takedown defense in the history of the lightweight division. That's right. Something about that. About the best takedown defense in the history of the lightweight division. I feel like that might come into play when everybody is assuming that Oliveira is going to strangle him. I'm just saying. Now, you guys are going to say, well, if you watch Dustin Poirier fight, he doesn't even need to take him to the ground. He just needs to clinch with him and then advance his position. That's true. I'm sure Justin Gaethje hasn't considered that even a little bit. I'm sure that, like, when he's training, didn't even enter his mind. He probably is totally unprepared for that, And yes, I understand. Oliveira is on a level that maybe you can't prepare for. Got it. Understood. But again, do you guys really think that Justin Gaethje can't win this fight? Because I think he can. I'm not saying he can't lose, but I think he can win. And I think it's obvious how he can win. I think he can hurt Oliveira and finish him. And in addition to that, it's his destiny. It's his homecoming. Do you guys know the hero story? Okay. The hero comes home, brings something home. He's coming home. I'm coming home, coming home. It's his destiny, man. He's going to fucking wreck shop on Saturday, and I'm going to flip a table over. I'm going to pick one of the fucking chairs. I'm going to rip it out of the ground. I'm going to throw it off the balcony, dude. Gaethje. That place is going to go fucking bananas, dude. That entrance is going to be fucking bananas, dude. I can't wait. And now I'm going to do another preview video about Tony Ferguson and Michael Chandler. So sit tight.